Alright, good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Today I'm going to be playing sorry about the construction noises in the background, but today I'm going to be playing the Marseille. This is the tier 10 new Tech 3 cruiser. The Marseille, it's a super heavy cruiser with 305, I believe. No, 330mm guns at tier 10. So obviously it has a pretty big caliber. As we saw, I'm going to post this after the Mecklenburg video, I believe. So if you saw the Mecklenburg video, you know Mecklenburg has lower caliber guns than this. But this only has 9 shells. And actually, I believe a slower reload. No, a faster reload. Okay, so let's talk about the build first. So obviously we are in the Marseille port with the Marseille, of course. Here's the armor layout before we get into the build. 25 nose, 30mm side, 36 deck, and 25 aft. And then 30 side, and then 210 armor here. And you definitely can get settled, by the way. It does have turtle back, but it's 25. You do get settled a lot and really easily, guys. I have done it a lot, even to some of my friends, so be careful. Let's look at the commander first. So we have gun feeder, grease the gears, priority target, superintendent, survivability expert, adrenaline rush, concealment expert, and top grade gunner. And then in terms of equipment, we are running main battery mod 3, concealment system mod 1, prop mod 1, aiming system mod 1, engine boost mod 1, and main armaments mod 1. So let's queue up into a random game. If the queue time is really long, I will skip the queue time, of course, so you guys don't get tortured, but yes. Okay, I guess okay. The queue time is not long, I guess. Poggers! Alright, let's see. We're gonna probably get a carrier game here. Highly likely to be a carrier game. That's okay, I guess. Not really, because the AA on this thing's pretty suboptimal, pretty bad. It's honestly really bad. Obviously, because it's French. But I don't know, actually. I don't know if it's really good or really bad. I stand to be corrected in the comments, of course. If someone actually corrects any of the mistakes we make in the video, if anyone actually has something to point out, I will try make it a pinned comment or a heart it or something, so yes. So, the Marseille. Tier 10, Tech 3, French, super heavy cruiser. Here we are. So we've got 5 battleships: Hanover, Minnesota, John Bar, Pommern, Izumo, free matchmaking, Moskva, Seattle, Brindisi, Ibuki, Harugmo, Smaland, Balau. Alright, so there is the submarine threat we have to keep in mind, which is going to be really annoying for us, for sure. But otherwise, we'll see. So what's the Marseille all about? What is it? It's a cruiser. It is a cruiser. It's not a battleship. It's definitely a cruiser. You can tell by the armor. Because it's not good. You have a 36mm deck, but really and truly, guys, 36mm doesn't mean much, to be honest with you, most of the time. The nose is really bad. It gets overmatched by 380s. So, and the ass. So when you're kited or bowing, do be careful. I don't think you should be playing the Marseille bow-in, to be honest. Even though all its guns are up front, you don't want to be bow-in, guys. I mean, even in Jambar, like, sure, some people do play them bow-in, but for the most part, for the most games, unless it's like a tier 8 turbo game, you shouldn't be bowing, honestly, in these ships. Why? Why? Well, the thing with the Marseille is it has 60-second fire duration, like Gudinlu, like Stalingrad, you know? So, and like Puerto Rico and like Yoshino, right? So, because it has the big guns, right? So, you burn for 60 seconds. Your armor scheme isn't anything to be special about because you don't have any icebreakers or anything. You can get citadeled. So, I mean, do keep in mind all of these things, right? So, it's not tanky. It's not a tanky ship, like, overall. I think you can have some games where you tank, but, I mean, overall, it's not really that tanky of a ship. So, what we're going to do is pre-kite. And then, if we need to push in, we'll just turn around, push in. We do have a reload booster, speed boost, hydro, and heal, and damage control, of course. For the consumables, and we have an airstrike for anti-submarine warfare. Our HP is 71,000. You know, this is all pretty basic stuff that I'm just reading off the bottom. I'm sure any of you could pretty much read it yourselves, but just want to make sure you guys can hear it. This is a live commentary game, so we could actually end up getting a 0 damage game or a 200k game. Anything is physically possible here, to be honest. Anything is on the board, because I have no idea how the outcome of this game is going to be, because I'm playing it right now with you guys. So I'm not streaming this, obviously. This is a recording, but yeah. We did play it a bunch on stream yesterday, so yes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try speed boost across this, which might be suicide, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try speed boost. Your top speed is 41.3, which is really fast. You sadly do not have brisk on cruisers, so you cannot go even faster. Azuma getting smashed. So our penetration with main guns is 55, which is interesting to me because it's not enough to pen Kremlin, obviously, but it is enough to pen, like, I don't know, Stalingrads, Moskvas, Petro. I mean, Petro now is gonna get nerfed next patch, so by the time this comes out, it'll already be nerfed to 40mm deck, so you can pretty much pen them with anything, really, almost now. So this is gonna be pretty exciting, to be honest. Some nerfs to Petro, some actually real nerfs to Petro, which is really exciting to me, to be honest. The guy DCP'd one fire, that's okay. We're gonna deal with the Hanover here. We might be a bit too broadside, but yeah, this is pretty bad for me. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's stick to HE. We're actually going to turn around because I don't want to stay here. It's not a fight I should be taking, really and truly, with the Hanover. Our Alsace is dead, so I don't want to be caught here just alone. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go south. We're not gonna use our guns for a bit. And then we'll turn wide again and use our guns. He also DCP'd one fire, didn't he? Yes, he did. Alright, so let's turn around again. Like this. And try to... Honestly, we're just gonna reload booster him with HE here. Might be a waste because we want to use that with AP2 on the Marseille because the AP is pretty nice. But using some reload booster might be pretty good to get some fires. Now this ship is final. The ship is completely final. This is not really changing. I mean, it's going into early access, right? But the message we got from Wargaming is that it's final. It is, I can assure you will. Final, that's what they said. Obviously, it might get tweaked in the future if Wargaming deem it to be not as strong as expected, or not as weak as expected, or not as, you know, whatever. Like, if things aren't going as expected in terms of the statistics of the ship overall, they will obviously tweak the ship. I mean, that's pretty standard, right? Ships get nerfed and buffed all the time. And so, yeah. Really and truly, I don't see this thing getting nerfed more than this. I think this is a pretty good state the ship is in. Honestly, it doesn't deserve to be nerfed anymore. It can be a pretty good damage farmer. Well, not really. It's not really a turbo damage farmer because the reload's too slow, I think. I think you can punish a lot of broadsides, which is really cool. But people need to show you broadside to punish broadside, no? So, yeah, keep that in mind. We're gonna actually turn our turrets after one more salvo on the Hanover because I really want to start shooting the Moskva, and I don't want to be caught in the corner here after our FDG dice. So let's turn our guns to the other side. That guy's dead. Our concealment is 11.6, so we can actually go dark here for a bit. In terms of we don't want to fight the Moskva, right? And we actually do outrun the Moskva for a bit. Only for 20 seconds though, because after those 20 seconds pass, he's gonna be able to outrun me for around the time when my speed boost is done. Let's just run. Oh, we just have to play a bit passive right now, to be honest. For those of you wondering, like, yesterday I said Mecklenburg is a ship I would really love to play, like, a lot, even though it's a battleship. This is one of those cruisers, I have to say, I'm not really interested in playing too much, because of the slow reload. I'm sure some of you guys will have a lot of fun playing it with the really slow reload, like, you know, you maybe play Puerto Rico, or you play Stalingrad, or you play Alaska and stuff, and you really like slow reload cruisers, and that's fine. I don't like them. Like, the only one I mean, they're good, obviously. Alaska's really strong and stuff, and Stalingrad's really good. The only one I like playing of these super heavies is Stalingrad, to be honest. Like, I don't really enjoy playing much of these rest ones. So, obviously, I'm not really gonna rate this ship highly for me, but I'm sure some people can, of course, have a lot of fun in the Marseille. Mini battleship, maybe one can say. It's definitely a cruiser, though, by the way it plays. You can't just, you know, big dick around. There's the 60-second fires.
Alerte incendie.
Wonder if we cheek this. He's not moving. We do. Double perma. Well, we could DCP. I'm just gonna go dark first before we DCP and then go dark. It's a situation where you do not win against the Moskva. The fact is, even though you pen him everywhere, wait, what? Wait. Oh, there's a shit marine. I'm dead. Oh well. GG guys. Unfortunate, I guess. Unlucky. Unlucky that there is a submarine on my flank, huh? What can you do? I think the only thing we can do right now is we hope and gamble that he's behind us and we full speed run off the screen right now. Because we do outrun the submarine by around 13 knots or 11 knots. So we just have to hope and pray that we do actually outrun the guy. We're gonna actually start using some HE reload boosters because I feel like we're very lackluster on damage right now, obviously. We might switch to AP after a salvo or two on this Hanover if he keeps going broadside. He's still relatively angled. He doesn't look angled right now, but as you can see from the minimap, he's really turbo angled. I thought those were my shells, the ones coming this way. I'm like, well, how did they end up there? At least we read the submarine threat very early there. Sadly, we can't really do much to it because we don't even know where he's pinging from. We have no idea what he is or what he's doing. But we know what he is. He's a Balau, right? Yeah, okay. But we don't know where he is, right? So there he is. So we know where he is now. So we're just gonna keep trying to run away. I think that's the only thing we can do. We're gonna turn like this. And what we're gonna have to do is slow down. DCP. I don't know. I really don't think we can actually... Okay. We were lucky because they weren't in range, I guess. Otherwise, we would have definitely gotten smashed by them. To be honest with you... And this is one of those things that you can't really deal with in Marseille, obviously. Submarines, not really something I'm really excited to play about or with anyway, in general. I think submarines are pretty sad as a design concept right now. Obviously, we're not going to be turning around. I think it's way too late to not have submarines in the game, but I think it's just very hard to deal with. Like, I get what Wargaming wants with them. They want them to be this stealthy, kind of like... you know, secretive class or whatever with decent damage output. Not really high damage output. The damage output isn't bad, like that high overall. I think in terms of DPM values, it's not really that high. But obviously, the issue lies with the fact that you can literally go dark for ages, torture someone, and almost one-shot some people, honestly. And even one-shotting some people, it just makes the game really hard for some of us, you know, who are just like running around on our cruisers or battleships or carriers or submarines or well, not submarines or destroyers, and they just get randomly like one-shot. I mean, sometimes it happens, you know. Obviously, makes the game a bit more frustrating. I don't know really how to solve it, really and truly, guys. I mean, except for removing them, because the fact is, I think submarines in general are pretty hard to balance in a game like this. In general, because the fact is, like, they're underwater. But I think I should save this for another day, because we are playing Marseille. Sorry, I kind of like fell asleep at the wheel. But yeah, so we're gonna kill the Hanover here. We also will kill the Moskva over time. We're gonna reload booster him here, because Hanover's dying to fires. Up to 169k damage, which isn't too high, to be honest. The sad part is we can't really do much right now because of the submarine, right? We can't really deal with the submarine. We need our submarine to deal with their submarine. That's the only way. That's the only way. Let's just ping and hope for the best. Can try kill the Moskva, I guess. The thing is, I don't see us winning this game because they still have 2 destroyers left alive. We have none. Our Satsuma's full HP, so he can actually help repush. But sadly, we're against destroyers. And the thing is, when we don't have destroyers and when we're against destroyers, the fact is, we're not going to really get any caps, to be honest, because we're just going to get outspotted. Wait, What's the reload time on these things? 80.5, 80.3, 80.2. Holy shit, it's 14 minutes per airstrike. What the fuck? We also hit 5 depth charges on this one sub. He did miss the torps here. So he's molding. No way his torps rotate in time to me. Okay, I'm gonna DCP just to make sure. Harugun was gonna be pretty much in. This is a really bad spot for me. I think I'm dead because the Harugun was gonna kill me. Okay, I can make an attempt to go dark, but I think we have a bully behind us. Yeah.
Alerte incendie.
He's not the one spotting us. Smalland opening up is pretty troll, to be honest. My aim is pretty troll, to be honest. No more reload boosters left, and that's okay. I have to DCP this because we're just going to die, man. We're literally just dying right now for free. The thing is, if we ran away, we'd still probably get die because the Haru was really close. There's nothing much you can do in this situation, to be honest with you. Really nothing much at all. It's just pretty, like, you know, not good against destroyers, you know, obviously. You can smash them if they're spotted, but if they're not spotted, it's pretty much physically impossible. It's like playing Battleship, really and truly, right? And you get obviously spotted by a DD, and then farmed by another one. What do you do, right? So, but I think it's okay. As a tier 10, it's pretty good, I think. You just have to keep in mind you can't really deal with destroyers. But I'm gonna skip this part, and I'll show the score screen. So I'll see you then. Alright, so we ended up getting 206k damage. We got 100 shell hits, 1 kill, 1 set, 16 fires, and 5 target hits, whatever, submarines. We'll see how much damage we did to him. So we got 1.4k base XP on a loss. Our Satsuma did okay, I guess. He got 1k base XP. There you go. Nothing really much to say. In terms of damage, pretty much all of it is on the Hanover. It just took us a really long time to kill him. 40k on the Moskva, 20k on the Pommern, and 10k on the Balau, and 10k on the Smalan. Took 106k damage, 1 million potential. How much damage did we take from Harugmo? 31k plus 11. So he did 40k to us in that short amount of time. It's to be expected. We did do 11k to the submarine, but not enough. In terms of our damage output, HE, AP, and HE whatever. So it's fires and HE damage. Honestly, I mean, obviously you can use the AP, but this is a game, I guess, that was HE. So here you go. 261k credits, 7,000 XP, 1.9k free XP, 14,000 commander XP. But there you go. There's the Marseille, my friends. In terms of my captain, I'm running Grease the Gears. Oh, sorry, Gunfeeder, Grease the Gears, Priority Target, Superintendent, Survivability Expert, Concealment Expert, Adrenaline Rush, and Top Grade Gunner. In terms of equipment, I am running Main Armaments Mod 3, Concealment System Mod 1, Prop Mod 1, Aiming System Mod 1, Engine Boost Mod 1, and Main Armaments Mod 1. Of course, I just played this game. It's the only game I played live commentary. I also live commentary the other one, the Mecklenburg video. That is yesterday's video. Today is the Marseille. I believe I'm uploading this on a Thursday, the Marseille video. But there you go, guys. Marseille. I think it's pretty good in terms of my opinion. I don't have stats to show, obviously. But in terms of the ship, it's actually pretty good. Overall, I do like playing it somewhat. It can be a bit boring, of course, and that's just the thing, right? I do like playing it, but at the same time, it's not something I would play. Like, I think I'm playing it a bit now, but I probably won't play it a lot in the future, to be honest. I'd rather play Henry or Colbert or, you know, things, even though they're not really the same. Or Stalingrad, you know. But, yeah, there you go. There's the Marseille. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do I recommend it? It's Tech 3, so sure, why not, if you want it. But otherwise, big fan, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, if you want to check out the Mecklenburg, that's yesterday's video, so do make sure to go check it out also. But big fan, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Big fan.